welcome to this episode of Kim in the Kitchen. I know you guys joined me, or if you did join me, on Sunday I did a dessert pizza with a sweet crust that was the Weight Watchers crust. Today I'm doing the savory version of that same crust, and I'm doing a Mediterranean and a barbecue chicken pizza. So we're going to show you how to get all of that going. And first things first, I'm going to get my chicken started because this is what takes the longest on this. So we'll go ahead and get it started. I just have 2 small chicken breasts, and I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil, some salt and pepper on those real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and salt and pepper them. And then for these, I'm just going to put them in my air fryer. And it literally takes like 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get those going before I went ahead and got the crust and all of the vegetables chopped up for the pizza. All right, so I'm going to let you guys follow me over to my air fryer. I'm going to take my olive oil with me. We're going to take our chicken and we're going to the air fryer to put our chicken in the air fryer. Okay, so I have my air fryer. I'm going to pop her open. Turn y'all where y'all can see me. I have 2 small chicken breasts. I'm going to turn on and I'm going to put it on 400 for about 10 to 12 minutes. And I'll check this as we go. So we're going to just take our chicken that I have and I'm going to pop it down in my air fryer. I'm going to put that over in my seat. And I'm going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on my chicken. All right, I'm going to show you guys the chicken in the, okay. So then we're going to close that up and I'm going to set it for 12 minutes. Let that chicken be cooking and we're going to go on over here and get started on our crust. Okay. So what you're going to need for the crust is you're going to need a plain Greek yogurt, any version you like. I just use Great Value just because it's what I like. And then self-rising flour. So that's all you need for the crust. Now for the Mediterranean pizza, what I use is chicken breast, a red onion, artichoke hearts, chopped black olives, Roma tomatoes, Feta cheese, Parmesan cheese, and a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. Okay, and for the barbecue chicken pizza, I use regular barbecue sauce. This is Sweet Baby Ray's. I also use the red onion, the chicken, and I use cheddar and mozzarella cheese for it. But first things first, we got to get our crust made. So to make the savory crust that I make for my pizzas, it's going to be 2 cups of the Greek plain yogurt. This is not the vanilla. This is just the plain. So the Greek plain, and then 2 cups of self-rising flour. Alrighty. So I'm going to open up our Greek yogurt. If I can find it. Alright, I got it opened. We're going to measure out 2 cups of the Greek yogurt. I'm telling y'all, this recipe is so simple. Do it just like we did the dessert pizza. You're just going to pour it in the bowl. Now this is going to give me some extra to play with so I can keep it in the refrigerator. I can keep this in the refrigerator for up to a week after I've made the dough. And then what I do during that week is sometimes I'll make homemade Hot Pockets or something like that for the kids, or for Shane when, you know, they want just a snack. I mean, or for myself. You know, it's just, I just like to keep it in there. You can also make another pizza out of it or whatever, mini pizzas or whatever. All right, so that's my 2 cups of the yogurt. Now I'm going to add 2 cups of self-rising flour to this. one more. All right. Now we're just gonna mix that yogurt and the self-rising flour up. And while I'm doing this, I always add a good pinch of salt to the savory one. And I use kosher salt, you can use whatever. I just add a good pinch of salt. It just gives the crust a little bit of flavor. Now on this crust, you can add Italian seasoning, you can put garlic in it, you can do a little bit of olive oil, whatever. It's up to you. These I'm just doing plain with the salt. We're just gonna mix it all in, just like we did for that dessert pizza. I hope you guys joined on it because it was super yummy. So just like this one, it's different variations that you can do. You pick whatever toppings you wanna do. These are just my kids' favorites, so that's what I'm doing today. All right. So here again, we got our crust ready. Now I've got our pans. I'm gonna spray one. And we'll get one of those going. And remember, this is a sticky crust, so you are gonna need a little bit when you're working, a little more flour when you're working with this one, just to keep it solid, so you don't get it all over you. All right. Now these pizzas you're gonna want to thin out a little bit. I left the dessert pizza a little bit thicker. This one I always make it a little bit thinner because I like to save as much of this as I can for other stuff during the week. This dough can make anything from everything bagels. I mean, you can make anything with this dough. It's really, really good. I've done the everything bagels, and you just roll them, put them in the oven or in your air fryer, and they work great. So I'm just going to sprinkle this with a little bit of flour, and I'm going to flatten it on my pan. Just like my other one that I showed y'all the other day, these do not have to be perfect. I'm going to go ahead and spray my next pan before I even start flattening them out, so y'all can see the whole process. And you're not missing anything. All right. So I'm going to add my flour to this one. Alright, so I have a good cup and a half, almost 2 cups left of the dough. So now I have my 2 dough balls made. And we're going to go ahead, I'm going to wash my hands and get ready to flatten these out. Alright, so we have our dough balls on our pans. We're going to go ahead and flatten those out. Remember when I was talking to y'all the other day about the dessert pizza, these do not have to be perfect. There's no rhyme nor reason to these. Just flatten them out, make sure it covers your pan, and that's all we're worried about. If the crust looks a little crusty on the side, that's okay. Also, remember, spray your pans, because this yogurt, for some reason, this yogurt crust sticks so much more than a regular pizza crust. I'm not really sure why that is, but make sure that you spray your pans. And you can add a little more flour to this one to try to get it to go a little further, to keep it from being so sticky. That's fine. Okay, one done. Now we're going to do our next one. I make a huge mess with flour every time. You would think I would get a better situation going with my flour, but I don't. I just dip it out. All right, both of our crusts are ready. We're gonna put them to the side. clean up my flour mess that I've made. All right. Okay, so we have both of our pizza crusts ready. Just like we did on the dessert pizza, I'm gonna go ahead and poke some holes in it, just so it doesn't rise up and look all bubbly and crazy when we get ready to put our toppings on it in a little bit. Okay, and just like before, I have my oven preheated to 395. I'm gonna stick these in just long enough for them to get a little bit done. They're not gonna be brown, they're just gonna be like lightly done, and then we'll finish off the pizza with the toppings. So we're gonna go ahead and get these in our oven. All right, so we'll put one on top, one on the bottom. We're gonna leave those in there for about 10 minutes. I'll look on them and make sure, because we don't want them super brown. My chicken is still cooking, so we're gonna watch it. I'm gonna bring you guys back over here, and we're gonna start chopping up our veggies and everything for our pizzas. All right, flour on my board. Let me wipe that off. Okay, so I have these little bowls, and I always use them to put my stuff in, so everybody can kind of make their own pizzas when we do this. But today I'm making them for them, so I just like to have the bowls there, and then I can dip everything out neatly. So the first thing I'm gonna do is cut my Roma tomatoes, and then I just put them in a bowl. That's all of our tomatoes in a bowl. Then we're gonna wipe down my cutting board, and then I'm going to open up my artichoke hearts. I'm gonna drain them. Make sure you get as much of the juice off of them as you can, because they are super, super liquidy. Okay, so we drained those artichoke hearts and have them ready. So we're just gonna lay those on the board and chop them up and get them ready for the pizza. I love artichoke hearts. I love to make the spinach artichoke dip. Anything with artichoke in it, I'm happy with. Alright, so we got all of our artichokes chopped. We're going to get them in a bowl. I'm going to put this in my sink and get a fresh cutting board for my onions. Okay. I can go ahead and open up the olives. Olives are up to you. You can use Kalamata olives. I just use these little chopped black olives. It's completely up to you though what you want to do. These are just the little chopped up black ones. Alright. And now we're going to cut up our onion and get it ready. I use red onion on this pizza just because it's sweeter. If you like white onion, use white. You can use the yellow. Up to you again. Your pizza, your preference. You do it how you want to. We just like the sweet. And I don't chop it up really fine. I like mine a little bit of... I like my onion on this pizza to have a little bit of a bite. So I just kind of chop it a little bit and then put it in the bowl. Alright, I'm done crying. I've cut all my onions. I have my onions, artichokes, Roma tomatoes, chopped black olives. I have my cheddar, my Parmesan, my mozzarella, my feta, and my barbecue sauce. Let me open up this feta. So we're going to go ahead and get these pizzas going. My chicken just went off, so I'm going to pull it out and we'll look at it. Make sure it's good and done. This feta's being... Okay. So I got my feta open now. So all of the cheeses are open. We're going to check on this chicken and see if it's ready. Oh, and it is nice and ready. So we're gonna go ahead and take that chicken out. Okay, chicken is done. Close that up and I'll wash that in a minute. Take you back over here. Ooh, that chicken smells so yum. I'm gonna go ahead and slice up our chicken while our crusts are still in the oven getting a little bit brown. Remember, we're not gonna want them too brown because we're gonna add some toppings to them. So, but we'll go ahead and get our chicken chopped up. Let me get you guys where y'all can see me. Okay. So, and this chicken is super hot. So we're just gonna lay it on here and I'm just gonna cut it. Apart really, and that's okay because you kind of just want it shredded. It's just hard to shred it. Okay, so there's one chicken breast done. All right. All right, our chicken is chopped up now. I'm gonna check on our crusts in the oven and let's see if they're ready. Okay, they are ready to put the toppings on them. So we'll do one at a time. We're gonna do the Mediterranean, then we'll do the barbecue chicken. So they're ready. They're not quite done, and that's fine. They're still a little gummy on the inside. But as for what we're doing with them, they're perfect. So we're gonna move this back over here. And we'll get our Mediterranean pizza started. All right, first things first. I'm gonna drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil. Okay. Then we're gonna do, first layer on the Mediterranean is going to be the Roma tomatoes. To me, this is the best part. I love cooked Roma tomatoes. So you'll just lay those down however you wanna lay them. You'll just lay, you'll drop one. You'll lay those down however you want to lay them on here. And I add a lot of tomatoes just because I love tomatoes. But you do you. You don't have to even add them if you don't want to. But I add a lot. Okay, so there's the tomatoes. Your next step is going to be your artichokes. And you're going to add those on there. However much you want to add. I add a lot because I like all the vegetables that you can find, just about it. My brother and I have a joke. We say drag it through the garden. So drag it through the garden for me and my brother. I think we both will be fine with that. Okay, so then I put my red onions on at this point. And mine are kind of slivers. I don't really chop them. I just kind of sliver them up. So you'll put your slivered onions on there. Okay, so that's all of that. Then we're going to put some of your chopped chicken. And that air fried chicken takes literally like 10 minutes to do. I have a huge air fryer, and I don't know if you guys have used your air fryers to do this, but I make rotisserie chickens in my air fryers. You can literally put a whole chicken in there, season it however you want. Cook it for an hour, 30 minutes on each side, and it is the best rotisserie chicken. It's just like buying the $4 or $5 chicken at Walmart. It's perfect. So that's just another tip. But anyway, so I have my chicken on there. Now I'm going to add a little bit of those black olives, and that's just the chopped black olives. You can add whichever kind you want. Okay. Much or as little as you like. And I always just wipe my hands in between just because I don't want to be spreading to each. Then at this point, I put my feta. I love feta. It's a strong flavor. Some people don't like it. I love it. I love the flavor of it, so I load it up. Okay. And then at this point, I add a little bit of Parmesan cheese to mine. And then we are ready other than salt and pepper. I don't put a lot of salt because I did put salt in that crust. So I do just a light coating of salt and pepper. And that is what she's going to look like before she goes in the oven. So I'm going to sit her over here to the side while I get the barbecue pizza going. All right, so on the barbecue pizza, what you're going to do is you're going to use your favorite version of barbecue sauce. I'm going to grab a spoon. So your favorite version of barbecue sauce, whatever that may be. We like Sweet Baby Ray's, so that's what we're doing. And you're going to put the sauce down. Okay, and then I just kind of spread it around. Okay, so there's that. Then you're going to put cheddar cheese. As much or as little as you like. I say I probably use maybe 3/4 of a cup of cheddar on here. Up to you. Okay? Then I'm going to add my chopped chicken. There's your chopped chicken. Then on top of this, I add some mozzarella cheese. Okay, so you got your mozzarella. And then at that point, I'm going to add a little bit of my red onion. I don't add a lot because the ones that eat this really don't like a lot of red onion. But I just put a little bit just because it's barbecue chicken pizza and I feel like it needs to be spiced up a bit. However, if this was mine, I would add a ton. So then that is it. Then I'm going to add some pepper to this one. And some salt. And that is it before it goes into the oven. So I have my oven preheated over here. We're going to put these guys over here and get them ready to go in the oven. So I'll bring you guys over here so y'all can watch me. All right. We're going to put the Mediterranean in and the barbecue. All right, so both of our pizzas are in. I'm gonna set a timer for 12 minutes. I'm gonna watch this pretty close though because that crust is already par cooked. So I am gonna watch it, but about 12 minutes, sometimes 15, just depends because we did put a lot of toppings on there. I'm gonna get my mess cleaned up. We got our timer going on these pizzas. When we come back, we're gonna give these pizzas a tasty, and they are amazing. So y'all are gonna love them. I'm telling you, you can't. This is the easiest pizza dough recipe, the easiest pizza recipe. I know I put a lot of ingredients on mine, but you can put literally anything that you want on your pizza, and I promise you, it's gonna be good. I promise you. Okay, I messed up. On the barbecue pizza, one of my kids come in and they're like, you forgot your feta. So I'm gonna add some feta to that barbecue pizza too. It had only been in there like 3 minutes, so I'm gonna add some feta to the top of the barbecue pizza. I forgot that they wanted that on there. Like I say, we all like feta. So, all right. So now it's ready to go in the oven. So we're going to add it back in. So feta's on. We're going to put it back in and we're going to watch it now. Now, in a little bit, these will be ready. So tune back in for our tasty. All right, guys, we got those pizzas out. The Mediterranean and the barbecue chicken. That took about 12 minutes after I put them back in the second time. I'm gonna go ahead and give these a cut and we'll taste them. Super yummy. All right, all my stuff's falling off as usual. Here we go. First taste. Oh my, that is so good, y'all. These are so simple. Remember, you can change these up, put different stuff in the crust if you want it, make it savory, make it sweet. If you didn't catch the dessert pizza that I did last Sunday, y'all please tune back in and check it out. Today I made the Mediterranean and the barbecue chicken, but you can make anything with these. So if you have any comments or you need any help trying to figure out what to do with these, message me. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe so my channel grows. Share these with your friends. And I hope to see y'all on the next one. It was good to see you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.